The ultimate accolade for a racehorse is to be named Horse of the Year. To be enshrined to the Hall of Fame is to achieve immortality. As a stallion, genetic immortality is defined in 2 words: breed shaper, plain and simple. 2-time Horse of the Year and Hall of Fame inductee, Curlin is just that. Breed shaper, Curlin, the classic sire.
Step into the extraordinary world of thoroughbred racehorse ownership.
What a ride! He's come from last and has got it!
Feel the excitement of cheering on your horses.
A gate-to-wire winner!
It's entertainment like you've never experienced before. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownerthoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Two to the wire, Mongolian win takes the 72nd running of the Manitoba Derby.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
The ultimate accolade for a racehorse is to be named Horse of the Year. To be enshrined to the Hall of Fame is to achieve immortality. As a stallion, genetic immortality is defined in 2 words: breed shaper, plain and simple. 2-time Horse of the Year and Hall of Fame inductee, Curlin is just that. Breed shaper, Curlin, the classic sire.
Step into the extraordinary world of thoroughbred racehorse ownership.
What a ride! He's come from last and has got it.
Feel the excitement of cheering on your horses.
A gate-to-wire winner.
It's entertainment like you've never experienced before. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownerthoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Mongolian win takes the 72nd running of the Manitoba Derby.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Congratulations going out. Robert Tiller's 2000th career win was just so impressive.
When you go to put the weight on this horse in the paddock and that big lead weight pad gets on him, you realize what kind of a horse this is.
Pink Lloyd has got the $2 million bank account and has done it again in the Vigil Stakes, and that's 4 in a row for Justin Stein headlines today. And what a grand performance, a pick 6 of his own, Justin Stein. They come to the turn, a quarter of a mile to go in the Woodbine Oaks, but Curlin's Voyage has come right through on the inside and sliced to the front. Curlin's Voyage wins the Woodbine Oaks beautifully. Mighty Heart in front, the one to catch in the Queen's Plate. Mighty Heart is long gone. Mighty Heart has got the Queen's Plate completely wrapped up, and this is a dominant performance.
Mighty Heart looking to pull off the double himself.
Mighty Heart, mightiest again. He's 2/3 of the way to the Canadian Triple Crown. Mighty Heart.
Will there be a Canadian Triple Crown winner?
Mighty Heart has gone straight to the lead, and this is the other Josie Carroll star, Belichick, who will win the Breeders' Stakes hands down. Second spot on, but Starship Jubilee has gone on to defeat the boys in the Ricoh Woodbine Mile. Starship Jubilee from March to the Yard. And reconfigure in the sprint series when it mattered has come to the fore. Third leg of the Woodbine Turf Endurance Series. There goes Jojo, goes on to another victory. It's all over. The Boss Factors won the Grey Handicap. And Say the Word wins the Northern Dancer by a length. Yes! Off their race in the EP Taylor. Toile on the inside and Court Return, but a Toile from Court Return and Rafael Hernandez Chocliel.
Your 2020 snapshot, a season that, yes, started late, ended a little early, but hey, some really, really great stuff in between. Welcome once again to this, the 46th Annual Sovereign Awards. I'm Jason Portwand. On behalf of the Jockey Club of Canada, we appreciate you joining us on a night where we're going to have a lot of fun. I know you could be doing a million other things right about now. Okay, maybe not, but still, we appreciate you joining us throughout our various social media platforms. And as we look back at 2020, what a ride on and off the track. I mean, we raced through a pandemic. We had our fair shares of ups and downs, but I'm not surprised. As a racing community, as always, we've come together. And as a result, it brings us to tonight, which, by the way, is our second annual virtual edition of the program, as once again we are forced to come together by staying apart, and we realize, yes, it is the right thing to do. It's tough. I miss seeing you all personally, but I know you're still watching, and we appreciate that support. Even to our fans who were not in the stands last season, it was tough not having you, and hopefully we're back on track soon and we'll have you guys with us. But we're going to make the best of a not so great situation. We have 22 awards in total to be handed out tonight. And once again, we've got a special Sovereign Award. I say once again because it's only the third time since the institution of the Sovereign Awards we're going to give out this special honor in back-to-back years. We did it in 91, 92. That was the latest, but tonight we're going to add to it. Just last year, Harvey Warner had the honor from 2019, and this year we salute the red and gold machine of Sansom Farms. And to be honest, it's going to be tough not seeing them in the near future, because when I grew up watching this great sport, 3 farms stood out for me. 1, King Haven, 2, Winfields, and 3, Samson. I remember watching the Breeders' Cup and seeing the red and gold and watching Dan Smartley do her thing. You know, really helping put Canada on the map in terms of that global stage. Chief Bearhart would also add to the successes. And man, oh man, I realize it's a business and business decisions will have to be made. But tonight, we are going to give them that respect, give them their due. And that's what tonight's all about, right? Commemorating outstanding achievements in terms of thoroughbred racing and breeding. And over the years, hey, nobody really has done it better than Sansom Farms. So we appreciate you joining us as talked about, and we've got a lot of categories to get through. So hey, we're ready to roll. Hopefully you are as well. First up, Outstanding Photograph.
The finalists for Outstanding Photograph are Rusty Barton. The race goes on a year without fans. Michael Burns. Training Before Dawn. Lisa M. Thompson. 1 rider, 2 horses. Will Wong. Mambo in the Forest.
The voice of one Paul Salvalaggio. We're going to hear a lot from Paul throughout the night. And, you know, people always say, you know, what's the toughest part about hosting an awards event like this? And I can tell you, it's the envelopes, no doubt. Just trying to open these babies sometimes is very, very tough. Well, the 2020 Sovereign Award for Outstanding Photograph goes to a guy who always has a smile on his face, and that smile right about now is even bigger. The answer is Will Wong. Congratulations, Will. As a result of this score, Will actually becomes the third straight first-time winner, following in the footsteps of last year's champ, Michael Bai. Yes, he's got the will to win. Congratulations, Double W, the 2020 recipient for Outstanding Photograph. We continue on now with the media categories, the portion of the program. Next up, it's Outstanding Writing.
The finalists for Outstanding Writing are Muriel Lennox, Northern Dancer, a virile, stable genius. Chris Lohman, the pep-talking groom, Willie, and a Queen's Plate crown. Bruce McDougall, Riding for Freedom.
In a year where we really had to persevere using other means to bring the racing action to the public, thinking photograph, writing, AV, visual, that's up next, broadcast, all very, very key. The award for Outstanding Writing. Yeah, man. Lohman, Chris Lohman. Congratulations, Chris. Chris Lohman, yet another maiden breaker at the Sovereigns. I've known Chris for quite a while, and he has done a lot over his illustrious career. Chris can now add writing, sovereign, royalty, if you will, to that resume. Well, we spoke of audio, visual, and broadcast being, key, being instrumental in terms of bringing the action to the fans. So, hey, appropriately enough, that's our next category.
The finalists for Outstanding Digital Audiovisual and Broadcast are Deer Horse Racing, produced by Santino Di Paola.
And the only way to do great work is to love what we do.
Thank you, Horse Racing, for giving me the opportunity to fulfill my family's legacy.
Thank you, Horse Racing, for all the wonderful people that I've met along the way.
Thank you, Horse Racing, for giving me an extended family and a lifetime of memories.
Thank you, Horse Racing, for highs that gave us thrills and lows that gave us knowledge.
Canadian Derby Year of the Mask, produced by Mike Little, the staff at Shine Light Entertainment, and Jeff Robillard at Horse Racing Alberta.
Mask with cheese? It means little bear. Driving back and forth, when we raced in Calgary all the time, I read all the road signs and all that. And so I always thought, well, that'd be a good name for a horse. Bear is his groom and Bear is the horse. And Bear, he really loves this horse.
He's just got the temperament of a champion.
The Queen's Plate, produced by the Woodbine Broadcast Department and TSN.
It actually transcends sport.
North America's longest running horse race.
161 consecutive years. It's tradition.
Anything that's connected with the royal family is very popular in Canada.
More than 35,000 people filled the stands at Woodbine.
It is quite simply a unique institution.
And the Sovereign Award for Outstanding Audiovisual and Broadcast goes to, build the drama here, Santino Di Paola. Actually a winner for Outstanding Photograph in 2018, Santino scoops up another. This is his first win in the category, well-deserved. Congratulations. All night I'm going to say this to the nominees, not just the finalists, just getting to this point. Congratulations and well done, Santino. Now, not disrespecting any of the other 21 awards, but this one for me, I say it all the time, is the most important. I really appreciate what the grooms do for these horses each and every day, as talked about. Never just a 9 to 5. You never get the weekends off. Horses always need to be fed, stalls to be picked, etc., etc., etc. So, outstanding groom. Before we get to this year's winner, I should say, we want to reflect on the winners from the past. Dexter Brathwaite, Alfredo Ramos, as well as Amanda Irwin and Fuzzy from last year, Michael Williams. To do the honors for this year's outstanding groom, we're going to call on OLG because they sponsor this after all. Lori Shea, she is the Senior Product Development and Marketing Manager with horse racing, that division for OLG. Lori.
On behalf of OLG, I'm honored to congratulate all the nominees and winners at the 2020 Sovereign Awards. Here is the award for the 2020 Outstanding Groom in Canada.
Michelle Gibson began riding horses at the young age of 7, and by the time she was a teenager, the Brampton, Ontario native was sure she wanted to work with horses. Michelle's hard work and passion has made her one of the most respected grooms at Woodbine Racetrack, and at this year's Sovereign Awards, she will receive one of the biggest accolades in racing as Outstanding Groom for 2020 from the Jockey Club of Canada. Michelle has worked for Hall of Fame trainer Robert Tiller for almost 10 years, and she is the groom of the great Pink Lloyd, a 6-time Sovereign Award winner and a 2-time finalist at this year's awards. She learned everything she could about riding and horse care when she attended riding school in Caledon, Ontario. She began to work with top circuit show jumpers and was soon traveling throughout the United States to major shows. When her son Devin was born in 2001, Michelle decided to leave traveling behind, and she checked in at Woodbine Racetrack, where she got her first job with thoroughbreds. Michelle worked for several small barns, including Shelley Fitzgerald, before she was hired by Tiller, who has one of the largest stables of horses at Woodbine. Michelle, who likes to have lots of time to get her horses ready, is at the barn at 3:30 each morning. She believes her strengths as a groom come from her work ethic and ability to multitask. Michelle is humbled to receive a Sovereign Award and is grateful that she gets to work at a job she loves.
I feel truly honored and blessed. I want to thank the OLG, the Jockey Club of Canada, of course, Mr. Robert Tiller, and the whole crew here at the barn, David and Anthony, who come over with me every day, Mr. Tom Lottridge, our assistant trainer, my mother, my son, and my husband, who support me every day that I leave the house and who always have my back. I feel honored and blessed to be recognized this way as a groom. We work so hard, and to receive this award, I can't say enough on how it makes us feel. Again, I want to thank everybody in our barn, the hot walkers, the exercise riders, the other grooms, and I can't say enough on how I feel. Thank you so much for this honor.
I don't have anything more to add. I mean, that was bang on. Congratulations to Michelle, and just to make it official, there's the name, right? Michelle Gibson. Well done. All right, good stuff. It feels like it's going well, but it's just hard to judge because usually by now I've got some, smart ass remarks, a little bit of jeering, some booing. I just don't know. It feels pretty good though. It really does. We're going to get to our first equine award of the night. And as always, a huge thank you to all of the horses because none of this is possible without those athletes. Simon, I didn't forget, right? I gave them the plug. All right, cool. Our first award of the night in terms of the horses, Champion Older Main Track Male. And this one is sponsored by the Manitoba Jockey Club. Here is Ross McKay.
Greetings from the Manitoba Jockey Club. It is my privilege to present the Sovereign Award for the Champion Older Main Track Male in Canada for 2020. Here are your finalists.
Mr. Ritz.
Mr. Ritz having an untroubled trip today, and Mr. Ritz at the half mile leads by a length and a quarter. The leader is still Mr. Ritz. Mr. Ritz by 2 lengths. Mr. Ritz holding Skywire with a late little flurry, but it's going to be Mr. Ritz who's gone gate to wire. Mr. Ritz 2 lengths.
Pink Lloyd.
And now Pink Lloyd's in the clear, hooks to the outside and has popped the question down the centre. Pink Lloyd again, and the Shepparton Stakes goes his way. Olympic runner flying after Pink Lloyd. Pink Lloyd's got the lead on the inside. Olympic runner lunging late. Pink Lloyd has done it. That's a quarter of a century of wins for Pink Lloyd.
Skywire.
And Skywire on the outside is coming with every stride. Skywire grabs Avies Flatter. And there's a very good performance by Skywire. Skywire burst away. Skywire will win and win comfortably. Skywire takes the Autumn Stakes.
I really have to call you a saint? Anyways, we're back. Congratulations to all of the finalists. I mean, gonna mention that all night as well. Just getting to this point, as I like to say, you are already a winner. The champion older main track male for 2020 is Skywire. Congratulations, Team Cassie, getting it done with the son of a fleet, Alex. He banked over $240,000 off those 2 victories, making 2020 the most profitable year to date for the 5-year-old gelding. Well done to everybody associated with Skywire. As you can expect, we're going to check in on both sexes all night, so we follow that up with the champion older main track female. Once again, here's Paul.
The finalists for champion older main track female are Painting.
Painting running home strongly down the outside. Painting whisking home on the outside. It's between the two. Painting flying on the outside. Painting coming at Victory Kingdom. Painting on the outside, finishing a little bit the better to win. Painting takes the Ontario fashion.
Super Escape.
Super Escape has escaped, is out by about 4 lengths as they come down the home stretch, and it's still a big lead for Super Escape. But they're only running for second because it was a 1-horse race. Super Escape dominating the Trillium Stakes.
Summer Sunday.
But Summer Sunday holding as they come down the stretch in the Belmahone, and Summer Sunday on top. Summer Sunday by a length and a quarter. Super Escape and Art of almost on the outside. And as the wire comes up, what a great effort by Summer Sunday. Summer Sunday wins by a half a length.
Interesting to note, the last 2 years, this trophy has resided in the West. Well, I can now tell you it is headed south, so to speak. Super Escape. Super Escape, those wins, by the way, in the Trillium and Seaway were actually the first pair of graded scores for this talented mare. They also resulted in career high buyers of 96 and 92 respectively. The sophomore campaign can sometimes be a tricky one for horses, you know, making that transition from 2 to 3. For others, no problem. So it's the championship season, the pressure's on, some thrive, some don't. Let's now focus in on champion 3-year-old male.
The finalists for champion 3-year-old male are Belichick.
Turning in the Breeders' Stakes, and Belichick has run away. Belichick dashed out in front, but it's all Belichick, and Belichick's out by 5 lengths, and this is the other Josie Carroll star, Belichick, who will win the Breeders' Stakes hands down.
Mighty Heart.
Mighty Heart in front, the one to catch in the Queen's Plate. Mighty Heart has got the Queen's Plate completely wrapped up, and this is a dominant performance.
He glides right on by. He was never worried. Mighty Heart, mightiest again. He's 2/3 of the way to the Canadian Triple Crown. Mighty Heart.
Shirl's Spite.
And they're up. And a very nice break. Shirl Spite gunning from the outside. Shirl Spite opens the lead in the Marine Stakes. Shirl Spite still hands and heels. And we have a new star on the horizon at Woodbine. It's Shirl Spite. How good is this horse? Untapped and untroubled to win the Marine Stakes.
Solid mix of 3-year-olds in this division, and they all kind of have somewhat of a similar story. Not early headlines, but certainly late ones. And now let's see who gets that final say. The champion 3-year-old male from 2020, Mighty Heart. Actually, the first time since 2015 that a Queen's Plate champ wins this award. Shaman Ghost was the last one. And talk about a whirlwind campaign for the Plate and Prince of Wales winner. This guy took the racing world by storm, both on and off the track. Heck, he even got his own IG account. You know you're big when? Congratulations, Mighty Heart. We continue on now with our 3-year-old theme, this time on the ladies' side of thing. Champion 3-year-old female. This one sponsored by Woodbine Entertainment. With more, we check in with the Senior Vice President of Thoroughbred and Standardbred Racing, Jessica Buckley.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor to be presenting the Champion 3-year-old filly in Canada this evening. There was some fantastic racing this past year, and I would like to say congratulations to all of the finalists. And now, here are your finalists.
Artie's Princess.
It's Artie's Princess 2 in front. Artie's Princess a length and a half to Boardroom, the only danger. Boardroom is flying. Boardroom trying to get up in time. Artie's Princess on the inside. Artie's Princess from Boardroom.
Curlin's Voyage.
Quarter of a mile to go in the Woodbine Oaks, but Curlin's Voyage has come right through on the inside and sliced to the front. And Curlin's Voyage head on the chest, holding the lead to the wire. A Fleet Catherine and Merveilleux behind, but Curlin's Voyage wins the Woodbine Oaks beautifully.
Merveilleux.
Merveilleux rushes to the front in the Wonderwear Stakes. It's Merveilleux bursting away, and it is a marvelous win for Merveilleux in the Wonderwear. And it is Merveilleux coming away for the Ontario Damsel Stakes. Another big win.
Another solid category. Champion 3-year-old filly. Well, last year's 2-year-old filly champ. She's going back to back. Curlin's Voyage. Actually, only the 8th horse ever to accomplish the feat, winning 2-year-old and then 3-year-old filly. And how about Curlin's Voyage last year? The Fury and Woodbine Oaks champ went over $500,000 in career earnings last year. The now 4-year-old. This chestnut filly has never missed a check in her 12 starts. Curlin's Voyage, the top 3-year-old female. So we're here tonight, inspiring the future, at the same time honoring the past. A huge part of this is reflecting, remembering those that we lost in 2020, both horse and human. We do that now as part of our In Memoriam.
BC's ambassador to the world of horse racing, Mr. Tommy Walski.
Ladies' Day?
I think it's amazing that when you run in it twice and you win it twice. I think that's just, I mean, as you say, it's every person's dream, every horseman's dream.
Every time I drive in through the gates of a racetrack, I'm on a high. It's rewarding for me to be part of it.
Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame is proud to induct Bill Galvin.
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome everyone.
It's Awesome again, holding on Gately, and Awesome again will not be denied his place in history. He wins the Queen's Plate.
Here comes Awesome again, flying in between horses. A wild finish to the Classic. Awesome again has won. Awesome again is the winner.
Producer Luke Van Belkom has given me my cue, so I will oblige. Welcome back to this, the 46th Annual Sovereign Awards presented by the Jockey Club of Canada. We're glad that you're with us. I mean, if you've missed out on the show thus far, the great news is, first of all, where have you been? The great news is you can catch it on social media. Just watch it over and over and over again. Jason Portwando alongside a huge number of people that helped put this thing together. Really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Back to the awards. Next up, we're going to focus in on apprentice jockey. Always a key one. Perhaps we can find a budding superstar. Once again, here's Paul Savalaggio.
The finalists for Outstanding Apprentice Jockey are Brampton-born Nikki Alderson comes from a family of accomplished horse people. Her father, Ed Walton, is a successful jockey at Ajax Downs, and her mum, Lynette, has trained horses at the family's training centre. Nikki learned her trade working with her family at their farm in Dundalk, Ontario. In 2020, her second season in the tack, Nikki rode 7 winners and placed in 35 of her 89 races. After multiple victories at Fort Erie Racetrack, Nikki rode her first winner at Woodbine in June, aboard Esme's Girl.
And Nikki Alderson has raced away, and Esme's Girl free as a bird.
Born in Edmonton, Mauricio Malvez traded his boxing gloves for a jockey saddle 3 years ago, following the path of his father, former rider and now trainer Marcos Malvez. His riding career started in Alberta in 2019, with his first full season as a jockey coming in 2020. Mauricio's first winner was 50-1 shot Fairy Barb at Century Mile.
This is going to be Fairy Barb for a huge upset.
His ride aboard Real Grace to capture the Grade 3 Canadian Derby put Mauricio's name in the headlines. His 16 wins in 2020 led all apprentice riders in Canada. A graduate of a jockey school at home in Mexico City, Edgar Zentino joined older brother Rafael at Assiniboia Downs in Winnipeg in 2020. He quickly became popular with horse people as he rode more races than any other bug rider in Canada. Zentino stamped himself as one to watch when he guided first-time starter Dazzling Gold to victory in the Hazel Wright Stakes and then doubled up in the R.C. Anderson Stakes. Edgar rode at Century Mile in the fall, winning on stake star Regal Max.
Regal Max up in the final strides for the cleanup in aisle 3. Zippity-zap.
And of course, back-to-back years of Kazushi Kimura. Who will be the successor? We're going to find out. The 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Rider is, cue up the M&M, Mauricio Malvaez. Congratulations, Mauricio, first-time winner at the Sovereigns. And of course, we wish Mauricio continued success in the upcoming season, a chance to build on what he started from last year. We go from the learning riders to the guys and girls that are established, the jockeys, if you will. And this is always a key one to try and figure out every year, especially this year, because it had a different look to the riders' rooms, if you will. Outstanding Jockey, sponsored by Woodbine Entertainment. Here is CEO Jim Lawson.
It is my honor to be presenting the Outstanding Jockey Award. As we have seen in previous seasons, the competition was again fierce last year amongst our jockeys. The nice part for all of us in Canada is that we have such an outstanding jockey colony. Here are the finalists for the 2020 Outstanding Jockey Award.
Five years after moving his tack permanently to Woodbine, Rafael Hernandez won his first riding title at the Toronto track, edging Justin Stein by 3 victories. Rafael won a meet-leading 17 stakes races among his 129 wins in Canada and held a steady 20% win average throughout the meet. Rafael's biggest win came in the Grade 1 E.P. Taylor Stakes when he got Etoile home in front in a $630,000 race.
Etoile in front, Court Return out in the gods, Etoile on the inside, and Court Return, but Etoile from Court Return.
Rafael's most famous mount of the year was aboard champion Pink Lloyd, who won 3 graded stakes in 2020. One of Canada's all-time leading jockeys, Patrick Husbands, once again landed on the shortlist for Outstanding Jockey, an award he has won 8 times. Patrick won 70 races in 2020, and 10 of those were stakes wins. One of his many highlights was partnering Curlin's Voyage to victory in the $500,000 Woodbine Oaks.
And Curlin's Voyage, head on the chest, holding the lead to the wire. A Fleet Catherine and Merveilleux behind, but Curlin's Voyage wins the Woodbine Oaks beautifully.
Patrick has a knack for winning the big events on 2-year-olds, and it was no different in 2020. He won the Cup and Saucer Stakes aboard Master Spy and the Princess Elizabeth Stakes on Dreaming of Drew. British Columbia-born Justin Stein had one of the best years in his riding career in 2020, just a year removed from a 3-year absence. He won 126 races, 11 stakes, and purse earnings over $5.4 million. A highlight was his superb ride on the amazing mare Starship Jubilee to win the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile over the boys.
And Starship Jubilee out in front of War of Will, marched to the arch into second spot, but Starship Jubilee has gone on to defeat the boys in the Rico Woodbine Mile.
Justin also rode stakes winners Stephen in the Coronation Futurity, Theodora B in the Grade 2 Dance Smartly, and ace sprinter Silent Poet in the Grade 2 Nearctic Stakes.
Eurico da Silva. Okay, I'm just used to saying that. I really miss hearing that. Good luck to everybody as well. But we know he's watching and saying exactly that. Let's see here. The 2020 Outstanding Rider is Hay una fiesta esta noche en Puerto Rico. Rafael Manuel Hernandez es el ganador. Congratulations to Rafael, as he is the Outstanding Jockey. Yes, sponsored by Woodbine. Hernandez picking up his first ever Sovereign Award after securing his initial riding title at the Airport Oval. He also led the circuit in stakes wins and earnings. Hernandez is the champion. So we go from the top rider to the men and women and men, if you will, that do the play calling, the ones that put the saddles on the horses and run the shed rows, the conditioners. Oh, Paul.
The finalists for Outstanding Trainer are: for the fourth time, Kevin Attar is a finalist in the Outstanding Trainer category. His 2020 highlight came when his star mare 2019 Canadian Horse of the Year, Starship Jubilee, beat the boys in the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile. Starship Jubilee also won the Grade 2 Ballston Spa Stakes at Saratoga.
They come for the finish in the Ballston Spa, and it's going to be Starship Jubilee.
Attard also captured the $250,000 Coronation Futurity with Stephen. Other stakes winners for Kevin were Merveilleux, Clayton, and Amalfi Coast. He sent out 39 winners from 259 starters in Canada with earnings of over $2.7 million. Canada's perennial champion trainer Mark Casse seeks an unprecedented 13th and 9th consecutive Outstanding Trainer Sovereign Award. In 2020, Casse trainees won 93 races and a whopping 17 stakes races. Leading the charge of stakes winners in Canada were Grade 1 Summer Stakes winner Gretzky the Great, Skywire, and Not So Quiet. Mark had several other juvenile stakes winners, including Master Spy and Helium. One of his most impressive training feats was bringing Ride a Comet back from a 2-year layoff to win the Grade 2 Kennedy Road Stakes.
It's Ride a Comet's race. Ride a Comet in consummate ease by a length and a half. Super Stonehenger Mark Casse exacteth.
Josie Carroll's 2020 season is considered one of the best of her career. She transformed the one-eyed colt Mighty Heart from an unpolished runner to an impressive Queen's Plate champion.
Mighty Heart has got the Queen's Plate completely wrapped up, and this is a dominant performance. Daisuke Fukumoto, Mighty Heart, full of heart.
Mighty Heart would also go on to win the Prince of Wales Stakes at Fort Erie. And while Mighty Heart tired in the Breeders' Stakes, it was another Josie trainee, Belichick, who powered to victory. Then there was 3-year-old filly Curlin's Voyage, who peaked on Woodbine Oaks Day. Josie also sent out first-time stakes winners Boardroom and Painting.
Another solid category. No losers at all, regardless of whose name is in this envelope. And that name is, well, I can tell you this, the name on the trophy remains the same, Mark Casse. That's now a record 10 straight and 13 overall for Team Casse. Just think of those numbers. As top conditioner here in Canada, he captured the Woodbine title by 49 in terms of victories, and in the process, Mark amassing over $5.3 million in earnings. And of course, Casse would be quick to tell you it is a collective team effort. Congratulations. All right, back to the horses now, and it is time to sprint.
The finalists for Champion Male Sprinter are Not So Quiet.
Not So Quiet goes on better to grab City Boy and Navaja's Dream, and it's a win to Not So Quiet. Not So Quiet is vicious on the inside as they turn, is back in front, out in front. Not So Quiet, Not So Quiet still in front, and Not So Quiet too good for them by a length in the overskate.
Pink Lloyd.
And the Jacques Cartier for the 4th time. Pink Lloyd is just unbelievably good. Pink Lloyd's in front. Olympic runner trying to get to second, and that's about it because Pink Lloyd has got the $2 million bank account and has done it again in the Vigil Stakes.
Silent Poet.
They come for home in the Arctic Stakes. Down to the final quarter, Silent Poet in front. On the inside, Silent Poet. Still Silent Poet in front. City Boy trying desperately. Silent Poet in front of the Arctic. And this one's for you, Martha. Silent Poet's won it.
The champion male sprinter for 2020 is, well, some things never change. Pink Lloyd. First horse to now 4-peat in this category, 10 for 11 over the last 2 years. Astonishing numbers. He's already gearing up for his 9-year-old campaign. Pretty sure I saw some works already in tow. So that is great news. We get to see more of the champ, Pink Lloyd, in 2021. Component to this equation obviously being the female. We check in on the top sprinter of that classification. This award sponsored by Samson Farm. We're going to hear from Lisa Balaz, who is the Corporate Social Responsibility Manager for Samuel Son and Company.
Hi everyone. On behalf of Samson Farm, I'd like to congratulate all the nominees of this year's Sovereign Awards. I'm honored to present the award for Champion Female Sprinter. The finalists are
Artie's Princess.
And down the home stretch, Artie's Princess about 5 or 6 in front. It's Artie's Princess, 3.5 hour secret agent and boardroom. And coming down to the wire, a galloping lesson to the others. Artie's Princess and the Ruling Angel Stakes, most impressive.
Boardroom.
Boardroom's got the lead and comes away. We have a really polished galloper here. This is a second successive win, undefeated. Boardroom's a horse on the rise. Joined by Boardroom, who's burst away, bulldozing clear, and Boardroom is back with a vengeance. Boardroom in front, wins the Duchess.
Lady Grace.
They're chasing Lady Grace. Lady Grace about 2 in front, and Lady Grace has got it 1. Lady Grace and Kazushi Kimura by 3 lengths. Now Lady Grace swamping them. Lady Grace over the top. Lady Grace grabbing the lead in the Royal North to win.
The Champion Female Sprinter, sponsored by Samson Farms, goes to Artie's Princess. Artie's Princess won a perfect 3 for 3 last year at Woodbine. Her campaign all culminated with the sophomore filly winning that opening graded stakes event, taking the Grade 2 Bessarabian, so doing something she's never done before, but she was well prepared on that day, and she is well prepared and looking good to take her picture inside the Sovereign Award Winners Circle. So we're just past the halfway point in terms of the awards, and right now we'd like to acknowledge a special Sovereign Award recipient. As talked about off the top of the program, just the 3rd time ever that we're going to go back-to-back, 91-92 being the most recent. Of course, just last year it was Harvey Warner that was able to accept the special Sovereign Award. This year's winner, all about the red and gold of Samson Farms. And yes, they started their successes here in our great country, but then would cross the 49th, heading south and making a huge name for themselves there and really putting that Canadian racing map, putting them on the map and putting the entire sport on the map as well. You know, going back to the Breeders' Cup, I always think of the Dan Smartley call with Tom Durkin, the undisputed queen of racing on this continent, which obviously, you know, made us feel a lot more than just Canada. And then, of course, we went on to the Chief Bearhearts, locally the Sky Classics. I could go on and on and on, Quiet Resolves, etc., etc. But Paul Salvalaggio, being the guy that he is, decided to put pen to paper and delivers this.
The legacy of Samson Farm began half a century ago when Ernie Samuel purchased his first yearling fillies at auction, setting into motion the development of one of Canada's most successful racing and breeding farms. Samuel and his wife Liza created broodmare bands at his Milton, Ontario farm that were the envy of thoroughbred breeders worldwide. The founder of Samuel & Son, an international metals and products industrial manufacturer, simply had the knack for breeding nicks and assembling the best horse people to manage his farms and racing stables. The stakes winners came fast and furious in the 1980s. The farm won its first Queen's Plate in 1988 with Regal Intention, who upset his stablemate, Samuel's talented Colt Regal Classic.
Regal Intention by 3.5 lengths, and he's not going to be caught. Here's the finish. Regal Intention wins the Queen's Plate.
Regal Classic came back to turn the tables on his mate in the Prince of Wales Stakes. Who can forget Dan Smartley, who rolled through the Canadian Triple Crown in 1991 and went on to romp in the Breeders' Cup Distaff at famed Churchill Downs, the first Canadian bred to win a Breeders' Cup race.
And it is Dan Smartley who strides under the line
undefeated this year and the undisputed queen of racing on this continent.
Her legacy continued in the breeding shed, producing Queen's Plate winners Dance Through the Dawn and Scatter Gold. Then there was the Chief Bearhart, the rugged turf marathon star who also won at the Breeders' Cup, taking the 1997 turf. Sky Classic was another great Samson homebred and Grade 1 winner in Canada and the US, and Eclipse Award winner for Champion Turf Male in 1992. Smart Strike, a brilliant racehorse, went on to be a leading sire in North America. Ernie Samuel was named Man of the Year by the Jockey Club of Canada in 1991 when his horses established a world record, earning more than $6.8 million in purses, and he is a member of the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame alongside so many of his great horses. Samson Farm has bred and raised 44 graded stakes winners, including 37 classic winners and 14 Grade 1 winners. The farm has won a staggering 84 Sovereign Awards, including 2019 Outstanding Owner and Breeder. When Ernie passed away in the year 2000, his daughter Tammy Samuel Velaz took over the reins before her death in 2008. An announcement late in 2020 detailed that the farm would disperse its breeding and racing stock during the next 12 to 18 months, means there will soon be an end to the remarkable longevity Samson has had in Canadian racing. This evening, the farm is once again up for Sovereign Awards for Outstanding Owner and Breeder, as it produced Grade 1 winner Say the Word, Grade 2 winner Count Again, and Grade 3 winner Ride for the Cause. All three are up for Sovereigns in their respective categories. And while Samson may leave the racing and breeding scene one day, one thing is certain. The bloodlines curated and brought to life by Samuel and his family will forever leave a mark on the sport in this country.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate all of the other Sovereign Award nominees and winners tonight. I've had the great pleasure of running Samson Farm for approximately 13 years, and what strikes me the most is the dedication and quality of the people in the racing industry. I want to thank you all for this great honor. Samson's not quite done yet. We hope to continue to race for at least another couple of years. In closing, I'd like to wish our condolences to the family of Todd Cable, our great friend. Thank you once again, and great racing luck to everyone.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start by thanking the Jockey Club for this extraordinary, unexpected, and bittersweet recognition. It is very much appreciated. The Samson Farm story stretches back over 50 years, and that represents far too many people, champions, and memories to do justice in the time permitted. Suffice to say, in the good old days of in-person galas, my father, Ernie, would have likely gone on for 20 minutes or more, even if he was the last speech before coffee and the final drink of the night. I know that his focus would have been on thanking others, rather than dwelling on his own achievements. His style was always to share the limelight rather than basking in it. So I will do the same in his honor and memory, and that of my mother and sister. Deep, heartfelt thanks to all the trainers, jockeys, grooms, competitors, racetracks, organizations, and loyal fans and friends that made this incredible journey possible and so special. We share this award with all of you. Thank you also, and most of all, to the incredible horses over the decades that allowed us to experience joy, optimism, the heartbreak of injury and defeat, the exhilaration and elation of victory, and a resolute, shared love. They have given our family so much, and we have always striven to treat them with respect, admiration, and kindness. Finally, congratulations to all the worthy nominees and winners this evening. Your recognitions are well-deserved. Our horses didn't just run for our family or for Samson Farms. We felt that they ran for Canada also. and that they were ambassadors for our industry. We have an amazing industry in Canada and amazing people. Rest assured that at Sampson Farms, we will continue to cheer and celebrate all of your successes for decades to come. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Thank you to the Jockey Club. This means the world to us. To the horses, for bringing our family pure joy for all these decades. To their humans, especially the grooms, along with the trainers, the jockeys, the farm managers, and the fans. We could not have done it without you. And finally, to Tammy and our parents, whose love for the horse and this great sport undoubtedly brought us far down the home stretch to this shining moment. 3 red and gold cheers to them, wherever they may be, and to everyone here tonight.
The ultimate accolade for a racehorse is to be named Horse of the Year. To be enshrined to the Hall of Fame is to achieve immortality. As a stallion, genetic immortality is defined in 2 words: breed shaper, plain and simple. 2-time Horse of the Year and Hall of Fame inductee, Curlin, is just that. Breed shaper, Curlin, the classic sire.
Step into the extraordinary world of thoroughbred racehorse ownership.
What a ride! He's come from last and has got it!
Feel the excitement of cheering on your horses.
A gate-to-wire winner!
It's entertainment like you've never experienced before. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownerthoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Mongolian win takes the 72nd running of the Manitoba Derby.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to hpibet.com to join for free today.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual Sovereign Awards. I'm Jason Portwandel. Special hello to those of you watching on HPI TV. Well, as we all know, so many women and men are just, instrumental in making this racing game what it is. But arguably, most important, the breeders. Just think about it. Appropriately enough, this category tonight sponsored by Adena Springs. Here is their breeder and founder, Frank Stronach.
It is my pleasure to present the 3 finalists for the Canadian Breeder Award.
What a year 2020 was for horses bred by David Anderson's Anderson Farms. From 24 starters, 2 of them were Grade 1 winners. Anderson breds won or placed in 10 stakes races in North America. Leading the success was Gretzky the Great, a winner of the Grade 1 Summer Stakes and the Soaring Free Stakes. Anderson Farms' other graded stakes winner was Hard Not to Love, who won the Grade 2 Santa Monica at Santa Anita.
And what a classy filly this one is. Hard Not to Love will absolutely dominate the Santa Monica.
Additional Anderson breds with stake success included Halo Again and stakes-placed Cafe Society and Golden Wave. The farm that Ernie Samuel built won its 10th Outstanding Breeder Award in 2019 and once again had a number of stakes stars last year. Say the Word captured the Grade 1 Northern Dancer Stakes for Samson and finished the year with a strong 3rd in the Grade 3 Hollywood Turf Cup at Del Mar. Count Again won the Grade 3 Singspiel Stakes and then headed south, taking the Grade 2 Seabiscuit Stakes at Del Mar.
Count Again getting to Flavius. Count Again and Juan Hernandez in the Seabiscuit Handicap.
Ride for the Cause was another top Samson bred as she won the Grade 2 Canadian Stakes. Ivan Delos and his Tall Oaks farm breds were once again prominent in North America. Channel Maker, out of Delos' 2018 Outstanding Broodmare In Return, was the headliner.
It is still Channel Maker trying to do it wire to wire, and he's gonna do it, Manny Franco, in the Grade 1 Joe Hirsch Turf Classic.
He won the Grade 1 Joe Hirsch Turf Classic and Sword Dancer Stakes and finished 3rd in the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Turf, netting the gelding an Eclipse Award for Champion Turf Male. Delos bred and raced stakes winner Court Return, who was 2nd in the Grade 1 E.P. Taylor, as well as graded stakes placed Avies Samurai and Avies Flatter.
The 2020 Outstanding Breeder Award goes to Tall Oaks Farm. A winner now, 2 of the last 3 years, is Ivan Delos' Operation, which led all breeders with over $2.2 million in purses last season, and actually a winner in this category back in 2018 as well. Congratulations to Ivan and company, Tall Oaks Farm, winning Outstanding Breeder. Well, if you think about it, the two go hand in hand, so why don't we just go from Outstanding Breeder to Outstanding Broodmare.
The finalists for Outstanding Broodmare are: Stakes winner Count to 3 was bred and raced by Samson Farm, which has won this Lifetime Achievement Award on multiple occasions. She won or placed in 7 stakes races in her career, earning over $398,000. For Samson, she produced 7 foals, including 2020 stakes winner Count Again, winner of the Grade 2 Seabiscuit Stakes and Grade 3 Singspiel Stakes. Count to 3's 2012 foal, Ransom the Moon, won the Grade 1 Bing Crosby Stakes at Del Mar twice and retired with over $884,000 in earnings. A granddaughter of the great Dance Smartly, Dance for the Cause, never made it to the races for owner and breeder Samson Farms, but she is off to a super start to her broodmare career. The daughter of Kentucky Derby winner Thunder Gulch has had 2 starters and both are graded stakes winners. Say the Word won the Grade 1 Northern Dancer Stakes and finished third in the Grade 2 Hollywood Turf Cup and Grade 3 Singspiel Stakes. Dance for the Cause's second foal is Ride for the Cause, who won the Grade 2 Canadian Stakes at Woodbine. Include Catherine is a third-generation mare from the successful breeding program of Dom Romeo's Terra Farm, and she has continued a strong family tree with her own foals. Include Catherine was placed in her brief racing career and has been a marvel in the breeding shed. Among her 8 winning foals is Grade 2 winner Amalfi Coast, winner of the 2019 Bessarabian Stakes and the 2020 Sweetbriar 2 Stakes. Include Catherine's 3-year-old of 2020, A Fleet Catherine, with stakes placed, highlighted by her second place finish in the Woodbine Oaks.
Gotta salute the moms, right? Without them, none of us would be here. The champion broodmare from last season, Dance for the Cause. Not bad at all. I know she didn't get to the races, but she's off to a nice start in her new career as a broodmare. 2 starters, both graded stakes winners, and yes, her progeny earning just over $760,000. Dance for the Cause, your outstanding broodmare. Love me some 2-year-olds. I know they're frustrating like younger kids. They don't always do what they're supposed to do, but hope springs eternal every year with the juveniles. And of course, on the heels of what? That sophomore campaign. Once again, here is Paul.
The finalists for champion 2-year-old male are Gretzky the Great.
Into the Sunriser neck. Gretzky the Great lunges now and just gets up at the wire. Gretzky the Great muscled over the top to win it, but Gretzky the Great is the best in the field by far. Gretzky the Great wins the Summer Stakes.
Master Spy.
Out in front, Master Spy broke away with conviction, but it's Master Spy holding at the moment. Master Spy in front and holding them at bay in second, 357. Master Spy gate to wire and the Cup and Saucer by 2 lengths.
Ready to Repeat.
Ready to Repeat. Head on, the chest is dashed away from them. Ready to Repeat, living up to the name by 2 lengths. Ready to Repeat, putting a big gap on Rivals and has just run them into the ground again. Ready to Repeat does just that in the Victoria Stakes by almost 3 lengths.
Stephen.
Stephen extricates from the inside and now coming with a rush. And Stephen on the outside racing to Tia Marico. The battle between the two, and this time a reversal of fortune and Stephen in front. And coming away to win the Coronation Futurity, Stephen by a length.
If you listen closely there, I don't know if that was Josh or if that was actually Kevin, but you could hear somebody cheering for Stephen. And that's what it's all about, right? Because after what you witness as a juvenile, next year you think, what could be, right? Both sides of the border, Derby, Plate, you just never know. Wearing number 99, it's Gretzky the Great. What a campaign he had, a multiple stakes winner in 2020. Ended the year with a decent effort in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. He'll likely be one of the favorites, if not the favorite. We're going to have to see the way things go in terms of the Queen's Plate, but no doubting this, he is the 2-year-old champion from last season. And yes, we speak of the 2-year-olds, right? And no doubt with the fillies, it's the same thing, right? You think stateside, the Oaks coming up at the end of this month, and then with the guys, that first Saturday in May, and of course in August for us in terms of the Queen's Plate. So will one of these 2-year-olds perhaps stamp themselves as a serious contender in their sophomore year?
The finalists for champion 2-year-old female are Alda.
Alda tucks in at the rail. Alda down the outside, Dreaming of Drew hit the front and the catch a glimpse. Alda with a late burst on the outside, Dreaming of Drew in front. Alda flying late, Dreaming of Drew narrowly from Alda.
Dreaming of Drew.
As they turn, Dreaming of Drew continues to stave them off. Dreaming of Drew's raced away and is a totally different horse today out in front on the main track. The blinkers on, and what a big winner. Dreaming of Drew just completely dominates by 3 lengths.
Lady Spite Spear.
Lady Spitespear fighting tooth and nail. Lady Spitespear, the Roger Atfield, Charles Fipke touch is doing just the trick. Lady Spitespear from Alder, and Lady Spitespear has gone on to win the Natalma by 3/4 Alder.
Some super young ladies strutting their stuff going back to last season. The winner of Champion 2-year-old filly is... the lady is a champ, Lady Spitespear. Daughter of Speightstown was a perfect 2 for 2, capped with a win in the Grade 1 Natalma Stakes. A knee injury, though, forced her to the sidelines, missing the Breeders' Cup. Good news, she's already back on track, prepping for 2021. As much as I love the 2-year-olds, I really love grass racing, and that is the showpiece at Woodbine. And of course, the reinstallment, the reintroduction, if you will, of that inner turf course was just the icing on the cake to that already world-renowned E.P. Taylor turf course. So yes, a grass grouping courtesy of Ontario Racing. Here is Executive Director Jonathan Zammit.
Hello, everyone. Ontario Racing is proud to be associated with the Sovereign Awards once again this year. Ontario Racing would love to extend their congratulations to all the finalists this year. Ontario Racing is pleased to announce the finalists for the 2020 Turf Male Champion Award.
Count Again.
Count Again getting to Flavius. Count Again and Juan Hernandez in the Seabiscuit Handicap.
Count Again has the advantage as they come inside the final 16th in the Singspiel. And Count Again holding them all at bay. Count Again wins.
Say the Word.
The top of the home stretch in the Northern Dance and flying home, Say the Word, and back behind them Sir Sahib right down the outside. Say the Word's gone to the front, Sir Sahib on the extreme outside, but it's Say the Word, and Say the Word wins the Northern Dancer by a length.
Silent Poet.
Admiralty Pier and Silent Poet in an absolute slug the entire stretch. Silent Poet on the inside getting the lead narrowly. Silent Poet on the rail, and Silent Poet on the inside, going on to win the Connaught Cup, a valiant performance.
The champion male turf horse of 2020. Well, it's already been a special night. This makes it that much more special. Back-to-back for Samson Farms, Say the Word. Yes, the homebred follows in the footsteps of El Tormenta. He becomes a Grade 1 winner in 2020 and has continued that strong form after moving south, a 3rd place in the Hollywood Turf Cup and a 2nd place in the San Luis Rey. Say the Word, the champion male turf horse of 2020. It's usually right about now where, the plot thickens. It is. But this is where I can, feel the tension in the room. You can cut it with a knife, but obviously things are a little bit different this year as we're doing it virtually. But I can still, feel the suspense just, pumping. And people are just saying we're getting that much closer to Horse of the Year. We are, but first we go back to the grass.
The finalists for Champion Female Turf Horse are Elizabeth Way.
In second is still Elizabeth Way. Another time fighting tooth and nail with Elizabeth Way. And another time in front, Malachi on the outside. Another time Elizabeth Way. And Elizabeth Way has won the Nassau Stakes in the final strides.
Ride for the Cause.
Ride for the Cause storming past them on the outside, and Ride for the Cause has burst away to win. But Ride for the Cause is going to win and win big today in the Canadian Stakes. Ride for the Cause really scores by an impressive 4 lengths.
Theodora B.
Away and racing in the dance smartly. Best out, Theodora B in the centre. Theodora B has been in front from Go to Woe, and they're not getting there. Theodora B's done it very nicely all the way, wins the dance smartly by a length.
All right, time to give one of these ladies their due. All right, Starship Jubilee's unprecedented 3-year run comes to an end at the hands of Theodora B. Her Nexus Pass, came in quite handy this past year, racing in New York, Maryland, Kentucky, and Ontario. Her 3 wins at 3 different racetracks, pushing her past, make that 660,000 in her career thus far. And Justin Stein, a big part of that with Theodora B. Congratulations to Theodora B. and company on winning that honor. All right, time now for the penultimate award on the evening, and this focuses in on the owners, obviously very key to the game. With more on this, we check in with the president of the Horsemen's Benevolent and Protective Association of Ontario, Sue Leslie.
Good evening. I'd like to take a moment to thank the thoroughbred owners in Ontario for their loyalty and perseverance through these most difficult times. We do appreciate you. It's an honor and a privilege to be presenting the award for Outstanding Owner for 2020. The finalists are
Gary Barber was Woodbine's leading owner in 2020 by purse earnings. The well-known American film producer seeks his first Sovereign Award for Outstanding Owner. His 2020 racing stars in Canada included Gretzky the Great, owned in partnership with Eclipse Thoroughbreds, who won the Grade 1 Summer Stakes and Soaring Free Stakes. Barber also raced Skywire, co-owned by Lou Tucci. Skywire was victorious in the Eclipse and Autumn Stakes. His filly 260 captured the Grade 3 Celine Stakes.
260 is going to win it. 260 prevails in the Celine Stakes by a length.
Barber's horses earned over $1.5 million in Canada. Charlotte Weber's Live Oak Plantation and Stud has produced and raced top racehorses since the early 1990s. Weber's horses won at a 30% rate at Woodbine in 2020, with purse earnings over $1.1 million, placing third on the leader owners list. The Live Oak stars of the year included Super Escape, a 2-time stakes winner who was a finalist for Champion Older Mare.
It was a 1-horse race, Super Escape, dominating the Trillium Stakes by 4 lengths.
The farm also campaigned King Edward Stakes winner March to the Arch, Durham Cup Stakes winner Salute with Honor, and Super Sensational, who won the Glorious Song Stakes. The legendary Canadian farm, founded by Ernie Samuel, Samson Farms, won its 12th Sovereign Award for Outstanding Owner in 2019 and once again as a finalist in 2020. Samson Farms celebrated a Grade 1 victory with their homebred Say the Word in the Northern Dancer Stakes at Woodbine. Trained by Gail Cox, Say the Word also finished third in the Singspiel Stakes to another Samson star, Count Again, also trained by Cox. The farm's Ride for the Cause also developed into a stakes star in 2020, winning the Grade 2 Canadian Stakes.
But Ride for the Cause is going to win and win big today in the Canadian Stakes. Ride for the Cause really scores by an impressive 4 lengths.
The 2020 Outstanding Owner Honor, sponsored by HBPA of Ontario, goes to Live Oak Plantation. It's a maiden win for Charlotte Weber's team. She started out with a 1,000-acre farm, and as they say, the rest is now history. Among her superstars, pardon the pun, Super Escape and Super Sensational. Congratulations once again to Charlotte Weber and Live Oak Plantation. Paul Savalage, you have done a great job all night long. You got one more category, then you can rest those pipes. I've waited all night to do this, to announce the winner, the award-winning performance of 2020, Horse of the Year, and it goes to... What's that? It's not me. Oh. Read the envelope, he says. Oh, here's Glenn Secura to do the honor. He is the boss man, right? The chief steward of the Jockey Club of Canada.
Welcome everybody to the online presentation of the 2020 Sovereign Awards honoring Canada's thoroughbred champions. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the finalists and all of the champions, but also to all of those who participated in the Canadian thoroughbred racing industry last year. Heartfelt thank you. There are a few thank yous before we make the presentation. Jason Portwando, first of all, thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much for your on-camera work. To Woodbine Entertainment, thank you so much for the logistics that you have provided for us. To our sponsors, we couldn't do this without you. Thank you for your generosity. To those in the Jockey Club of Canada, to our members, thank you very much for your loyalty and your support. Thank you very much to the stewards for all of the heavy lifting that you have done over the course of the year. To one particular steward, I want to tip my hat to Adrian Monroe. Adrian goes above and beyond and helps us with any number of issues that come up from time to time. The Sovereign Awards is run by committee. The committee chair is Yvonne Schwabe, and she does an excellent job. Thank you, Yvonne, for all that you have done, for all of your hard work. And lastly, but in no way least, Candace Dixon, our general manager. Thank you, Candace, for your tireless efforts. Thank you for all you've done for Canadian horsemen. It's now my privilege to present the Horse of the Year. I have the envelope in hand, and the 3 finalists for Horse of the Year are Mighty Heart, the one-eyed wonder who won 2/3 of Canada's Triple Crown. Pink Lloyd, the venerable Pink Lloyd, who has been consistently great year in, year out, won 3 graded stakes amongst his 4 stakes victories last year. Lastly, but not least, Silent Poet. Silent Poet, who won 2 Grade 2 races last year and certainly belongs in this elite company. And the winner is...
But Mighty Heart is long gone. Mighty Heart has got the Queen's Plate completely wrapped up. And this is a dominant performance. Daisuke Fukumoto. Mighty Heart, full of heart by 8 lengths.
Mighty Heart now is angled off the fence and comes to call on the outside. Mighty Heart, mightiest again. He's 2/3 of the way to the Canadian Triple Crown. Mighty Heart.
What a year! Somewhat fitting in a season where we've come to expect the unexpected. Mighty Heart steals the Queen's Plate show, and yes, we all know now he's got one eye, but more importantly, he's got one huge heart. Larry Cordes and family, along for that great ride. Josie Carroll, how about Josie Carroll? Sweeping the Triple Crown, and obviously 2/3 of the way with Mighty Heart. And Daisuke Fukumoto adding the finishing touches, if you will. Gets his first ever Queen's Plate, adds in a Prince of Wales as well. Congratulations, Siobhan Brown, the glue that held it all together, the groom of Mighty Heart, your 2020 Horse of the Year. And I guess I can still do this, right? I can open the envelope and tell you that it is official. Yeah, it is Mighty Heart. What a year 2020 was. We raced through a pandemic. As a community, as a racing family, we all came together, did what was necessary so that we were able to get on track. And hopefully we can do that soon, coming up right here in 2021, and eventually with our fans back in the stands. Congratulations to all the finalists, and of course, always raise a glass to the horses, because without them, none of this is possible. None of us could be doing what we love, and that is working with these equine athletes. Thank you to everybody who made this show possible. Our production and technical crews led by Rob Platz. Special thanks to Luke Van Belkom, as well as Eric Bruno. Got to shout out Candace Dixon and her team at the Jockey Club of Canada. Got to thank you, the viewers, as always, for the company, whether it was on our social media feeds or perhaps HPI TV Canada. And of course, the sponsors, because without you, this show would have not happened. So thank you, thank you, thank you, as always, for the company. I'm Jason Portwando. Hopefully you've enjoyed the 46th Annual Sovereign Awards. We'll see you again soon.
The ultimate accolade for a racehorse is to be named Horse of the Year. To be enshrined to the Hall of Fame is to achieve immortality. As a stallion, genetic immortality is defined in 2 words: breed shaper, plain and simple. 2-time Horse of the Year and Hall of Fame inductee, Curlin is just that. Breed shaper, Curlin, the classic sire.
Step into the extraordinary world of thoroughbred racehorse ownership.
What a ride! He's come from last and has got it!
Feel the excitement of cheering on your horses.
A gate-to-wire winner!
It's entertainment like you've never experienced before. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownerthoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
To the wire, Mongolian win takes the 72nd running of the Manitoba Derby.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
The ultimate accolade for a racehorse is to be named Horse of the Year. To be enshrined to the Hall of Fame is to achieve immortality. As a stallion, genetic immortality is defined in 2 words: breed shaper, plain and simple. 2-time Horse of the Year and Hall of Fame inductee, Curlin is just that. Breed shaper, Curlin, the classic sire.
Step into the extraordinary world of thoroughbred racehorse ownership.
What a ride! He's come from last and has got it!
Feel the excitement of cheering on your horses.
A gate-to-wire winner!
It's entertainment like you've never experienced before. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownerthoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Mongolian win takes the 72nd running of the Manitoba Derby.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and watch and wager when you can't bet at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Sign up today and get 1 month free live streaming. Plus, for a limited time, get a $100 bonus, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.